Hello, it's Markham Torch here from Markham 3D, and today we're going to be doing more low poly assets. Oh, lovely. So this is what we've been working on at the moment. We've created a whole bunch of this kind of stuff. I hate this hedge. It annoys me. I do like this wall. This wall looks nice in the game engine. Do I still have it open? So we can see this wall. It looks quite nice. I'm a fan of this wall. These trees, probably work on them a little bit more. This hedge, I hate this hedge. We can come back and fix this. These rocks look nice in here. I think we just got to work on the lighting of the environment. But other than that, I'm fairly chuffed. So we're going to be expanding this world to make it a little bit bigger. So what we need to do is actually make some modular tiles. And the best size for that will be Shift A. Nope, not a cube. Shift A, add in a plane, scale, S5? Nope. 10. So a 20 by 20. So this will be our thing. Howdy, howdy, Harris. Welcome. Slachinchovic. From here, what we're going to do is we're going to bring this all into Unity, and I'll be creating some prefabs. Maybe not tonight, but then that way we can do is, rather than having, you know, level 1, level 2, level 3, we can do random level generation and kind of just string a whole bunch of these together. And wham bam, thank you ma'am. There's our level creation. So I'll leave that for the programmer. He can worry about that. But this will be how big each tile is. So at the moment we've kind of got this forest type assets, but I kind of want to start making a castle assets, and I'm thinking of doing kind of like the old school Vikings. Howdy, howdy, welcome. Of kind of like wooden pillars. I need help for animation. I need help. Yeah. What do you need? What's happening? So let's start off. I'm just going to create a mesh. So let's add in a mesh with Shift A, cylinder. I'm going to change the vertices down to 6. Let's press N, and I'm just going to turn on the keys, screencast keys. Thank you. That's the one. Meow. Meow. And let's put that away. So from here, let's scale these down. And so these are going to be kind of the logs. If it's, you know, a kind of like an old Viking type barracks. So about there looks pretty good. Should be about 2 meters high, and I've gone down into the ground a bit. Let's go E to extrude and scale. So something like that. From here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab, actually no, let's duplicate this one now. Actually, let's give it some materials to start off with. So we're going to go into our summer power material, straight into the UV editor. And so this is our texture palette. Hey, CAD, welcome. I'm in a stream for animation series. Yes, that is coming. I'm just trying to write my script, and then that will be definitely coming. I look forward to the next film I'm going to be making. How do I do cuts? Control E, mark scene. But there will be definitely a new film coming. I'm trying to work out, what am I trying to work out with it? Let's just go smart UV project. Let's just grab these, Control L, scale down onto here. Let's grab this section, Control L, and this is our kind of like light wood. I might just make that in the yellow section, kind of like as if it's a pencil. Okay, so dang it, I need to fix that. That is really annoying. So for those of you on Twitch, I'm also streaming. I'm streaming on Twitch. You know what I mean? Crikey. Yes, my bit stuff isn't working. I don't know why. So what I'm going to do is kind of get a whole bunch of these. So I'm just going to Shift D, just so I've got one by itself that is unaltered. Let's come into the array modifier. And I'm going to probably make half a meter wall. I think that should be good. Actually, let's just make a 2 meter wall. Let's make a half a meter wall. And I'm kind of just looking at these assets roughly down here. And then what I'll do is I'm going to press apply. Let's select some of these logs, rotate like so, just to break up that geometry, I guess, if you want to say it. Yes, so I'm making assets for a game. So if I jump over into Unity, and this is kind of what we've got so far, I'm going to remake the characters. We've just kind of got these as templates, and you kind of move around. The landscapes are now going to be redone. But yeah, we're slowly trying to build a game. So we'll see what happens there. RPG, no, it's going to be kind of like a party play game. So let's go Control G. Whoops. Let's deselect these ones down here. Actually, no, doesn't matter. So I'm just going to kind of grab these, and I'm just going to kind of break that repetitivity, I guess is the word. And grab this one, and G, you can be a shorty as well. And then I'll come into the side. Let's grab all these assets. Scale Z 0, and it's just a little bit in the ground. Cool bananas. Let's just grab everything I don't need, which will be all this. B and B and B. G. G. I don't know why my Twitch isn't working properly. Nobody can donate bits. That's slightly annoying. Anyway, future markers problem. I'll have to work that out. So this is what we've got so far. So the next animation will be another sci-fi film. The kind of idea of it is I'm thinking of doing like humans versus synths. So kind of almost like what's that? What film's that with Harrison Ford? Blade Runner. So thank you, Mr. Cad. Thank you for sticking around. It's going to be kind of like a Blade Runner where there's synths against humans. And what I was thinking is the short film is just a human trying to smuggle in a synth. And I'm thinking if I can, I might go, the human voices are all done by Australians, and then I'll get the synth voices done by Americans. So that there's that kind of like really strong definition of who people are. I know there was like a vampire film that did that a while back, but I'm not sure what that film was called. So if you know what that film was called, put it in the comments. So this is our wall. So now if I kind of were to go Shift D, and I can kind of like rotate this around, you can see that, you know, we can make a wall, oh, excuse me, quite easily. So let's just go G, so it's just not sitting. There we go. So it's kind of touching. Okay, so we've got to fix that up because now they're intersecting too much, which is fine. No dramas. No dramas, if you know. Control L. Let's go G. Maybe keep them straight on. Let's go rotate that one maybe this way. Grab it like so. Control L. Something like that. So they're just slightly intersecting. Rotate. No. What'd you do? There we go. Like so. Haha! Do a full stream without cutting a single part of the stream while making a short film. Okay. Maybe? I would love to do that, and I tried to do that with a 10-hour one. Most of it is on there. Most of the making that whole film was on there. There were just bits where I kind of like I couldn't work things out, and I just did them off stream because it was so frustrating. I was kind of like, you know, I'm doing other stuff, cleaning the house, cooking, blah blah, and I'm like, I need to do this. Adrian, welcome to the stream, buddy. All right, so we now have, this will be our basis assets. I hate these grass assets. Let's just get rid of those ones. You guys can go over there. We'll redo those grass assets. What what can we do here? I think probably maybe the next thing we could do is maybe like wooden planks. I don't have any wooden planks. So let's just move these out of the way. G, just to snap them. And I'm just going to maybe just go like this. Let's grab these. G, X. Like so. Let's go E. E to extrude. Okay. And let's just make a few variations of these planks. So for instance, I'm going to press O to proportional editing and we'll move that down. Let's mouse wheel in. But yes, I would love to be able to have time to, you know, stream the making of an entire short film. I reckon that'd be great. All right, cool beans. Now let's go use Smart UV Project, Oakley Dokley. Let's come into UV editing. Whoops, go into our materials, select our summer palette. And then that way when I come into there we go. Scale, and this here is my inside wood texture. So we've got these two matching. Yeah, nice. Nice. Michael, welcome. Bieber, welcome. Okay, and so let's maybe just make a few variations of these. Like so. I'm not too concerned about poly count in this game because it will be run on PC. It is, though, going to be a VR game. And that's one thing. Just going to be slightly... Oh, that's a dodgy piece of wood. So that's something, you know, got to slightly be thinking about, but I'm not really that concerned. So here, obviously, I can scale it if I need to. So I'm pretty happy with that. That looks quite nice. So let's get those beams out of the way. So let's go G and we will move them in. Let's make some grass. Just make some grass assets. Oh, you know. From here, let's move that over. Shift A, let's add in a plane. O, rotate X. There we go. Scale, Z, scale, GZ. And maybe we'll grab these. Let's make them a little bit bigger. How big is that? That seems quite large. That's fine. We'll scale it in like that. A few edge loops. Bring that over. Proportional editing. And then let's just kind of go rotate. Something like that. I think that doesn't really work, does it? So let's grab all that. O, scale. Okay, fine, just scale like that. And we'll scale that in. And that could be this blade of grass. That's not too bad. Let's go Shift D, rotate 180. And then we can kind of just rotate that in like so. Scale on the Z. Whoops, don't press the face key. Okay, scale on the X, G, Y. I'm just kind of placing it into place. So yeah, I am preparing for a short film, and I will do it again. I will do it again. Hopefully in 30 days this time. So I'll spend a little bit more time, a lot more streaming. And let me actually know if you guys want me to stream the whole thing. I know Nepali has already said so, but it's more the other 12,000 people. Even though there's 15 of you, you can be the majority person crowd who's stopping by. Let's grab that. O, proportional editing, only connected only. Beautiful. G. That's a bung leaf, isn't it? Let's rotate it like that. And we will bring it in. I'm not a fan. Let's maybe what I need to do is select that O, G, Y to give it some rotation. Maybe that's what it needs. G, X, X. I think just this leaf here is annoying me. So let's go 1 to go into face mode, GZ. Why are there no shortcut keys in this one? Let's go back into modeling. Let's widen, maybe it's because this isn't wide enough. That one there, scale on the X. What are we doing? Marco, šta ima? I've got leaves. Drveće, travu. What's the question? Just started watching. If I should be streaming the whole process of creating another animated short film, was the question. I do. So this, the plan is for this short film to. So this isn't for a short film. This is for game stuff. The plan is for the next short film. What have you done here? That way. Is to make kind of a better short film that shows more of the capabilities that hopefully I can produce. And then from there, launch a Kickstarter and actually hopefully maybe get a little bit of funding for for the actual web series. Hello to all. Grass is good. I think they should be 90, yes. I'm not going to put in 90. But that is a good idea. So let's go. Oh, hang on. If I go control left click. Aha. So control left click, you can extrude at the touch of a button. Mind you, you can kind of do that by, without touching. What? You can extrude by pressing E, or you can do it by left clicking and holding control. Just in case somebody didn't know. I knew about that, but I kind of forgot about it. That's why I normally make tutorials, is so I can remember stuff. All right, and let's quickly get this one. Control LU, Smart UV Project. Go back into UV texturing, and we would just dump that on the dark color there. So we kind of got 2 colors of grass. Did you check out the synth store? You mean this one? Yes. Did I pick it up on Humble Bundle? I was like, and now I really regret it because now I've got so much work to do. Whoops, that one over there. So much work. Mr. Rochi, welcome. So from here, wonderful grass assets. And I think putting these type of grass assets will just kind of complement this whole scenery. The texture here on the terrain. Is that my material? Going to inspector. I hate Unity. Oh, yeah, that's better. Okay, tree. Where's this tree material? Can I? Unity sucks. It is the worst. Now, Unreal Engine. Stuff makes sense. Ah, there we go. That's a lot better. I need to work out how to do like global illumination, global illumination. Yeah, because obviously like back here, I think the darks are too dark, but the light, yeah. So obviously I do want shadows, but yeah, you could make the grass orientate toward the crowd. I could do that. I originally made some grass assets. I don't know where they are. I don't know where they are now. But especially if this is going to be a multiplayer, I think I might just dump them in there. It's like, I never thought we modeled grass manually as assets. I thought grass could be made transparent. Yes, we can, but I'm bringing it over to Unity. Yeah, I mean, we can do kind of like with their hair particle system. But that's not like... I'm trying to keep the poly count down. So what this clump of grass will do is just kind of break up the monotony of it. So for instance, kind of like if we see here, if I go File, I'm going to save. File, Export, OBJ, Actually, let's come into here. Models, right click, show in folder, copy that, come here, Control V, scenery, models. I hate you. File, export, FBX, Control V, enter, models. There we go. Okay, SM. So SM for static mesh, grass, underscore clump, underscore A. Because I'm going to have multiples. Make sure selected objects is ticked because I only want to export that clump of grass. If that is unticked, it'll export the whole scene, which doesn't really work too well. And then if we come back into Unity, there's my new grass asset. Oh, that's a bit small there. And it's in the ground. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, Faraday, hate you. Unity sucks. So the problem is at the moment is it's only showing one side. Unity's the worst, and I will continue to say Unity is the worst until I learn Unity. Render facing, both. There we go. Yeah, see that grass? It just doesn't look the best. Why? Why? But yeah, I'll be kind of throwing in blades of grass just to kind of break up the scene. Let me just go Control copy, Control V. See, that's how stupid is Unity. Like, I don't want to copy it back in that same spot. In Unreal Engine, I could select this, hold Control, and then it just moves. Oh, jeez. See? Nope. Doesn't work. Does not work. So, and that's the point of the grass there. It doesn't really look good, does it? I think I might need to make it thicker. Or maybe what we'll do is spacebar smooth, shade smooth, Control S, file, export, FBX, thrump it into there. Oh yes, we'll thump it in there, like a little trumpet. Oh yes, very delightful. Doesn't look nice at all. Oops. Yeah, I think because I've got it all protruding out the middle there. So let's break this up. I think that's my problem. So let's kind of grab this, Control L. So nothing should be intersecting. I think maybe that's the problem. So like that, and Control L, G. So we're just going to kind of test this out. Definitely, maybe it needs to protrude a little bit more that it's curved. Like so. Maybe it just doesn't look natural. Dang it, Bobby. Dang it, Bobby. So I can see that something's not right. GG. GG. Come around like that. Okay, let's go File, Export, FBX, bam, export straight into Unity. I do like that Unity just updates it. Yeah, I got to work on. Is there like a baking thing? Unity sucks. Anyway, all right. So we've made some grass, just so we're not getting bored. So I'm just going to move that off to the side. Actually, we should name these actually properly. So this one, if we go into object data, this will be plain, which is SM underscore grass underscore clump underscore A. And then we'll go back through them and rename those as well. That's Future Marker's problem. So back to these wooden barracks. Let's go SM underscore Vike for Viking. I'll make a Viking theme. Underscore wall underscore wood _A. Okay, let's copy that. Control C, File, Export, FBX. And this is another stupid thing about Unity, is that when I'm exporting, it's not exporting the origin. The origin here was on that first brick thing. Now, the origin is all the way up here. What the heck? Why? It makes no sense, I tell you, boy. Oops, like this. But that looks kind of cool. Hang on, what's wrong with my... Oh, that material's not texture. Hang on, let's export that texture. Whoops. Drop. Let's go image, save as. Control V. Nope, you're a jerk. Models. Up. Textures. That one there, summer palette. Save as image. That updates, and now that's yellow. Lovely. And so from here we can kind of... Oh, Unity! And then we can kind of like build our walls. Alright. There we go. That looks pretty cool. And then from here, let's just... Control V. Control V. And then even though these are the same pieces, we can see that they are like fairly different. We can even like rotate some of these 180 degrees. And that doesn't look too bad. It looks kind of okay, but what we can actually do is actually grab it. I might just move it down a little bit. Oh, there's one already there. Stuff, yeah. Let's grab this one and move it down. And now that we've kind of even broken that up as well. Lovely. If you're new to the channel, welcome. We're just making some assets. We'll probably do this for half an hour. And you know what? We'll do this for half an hour. And then let's kind of start brainstorming script idea. We'll write it out and we can talk about it. Actually, I might end the stream. No, we'll just keep going with the stream. Stop the stream. Okay, let's create some more assets. So we've got Vikings. Let's make a tent, I think. So let's grab these. Scale on the X. I want to go GZ. How should we make the tent? Put a slit in the middle. Press V to do a rip. Let's get rid of the bottom faces. So I'm going to press 3, get rid of these, delete faces. And then on this side, we're going to go GX, GX, just so people can see that something's inside, given some false hope. Oops, that's the wrong way. Go back the other way, buddy. And what we could even do. I don't really want to, but let's... Did that work? No, it didn't. What am I doing? Select this. Actually, we'll do it from the front, because front makes life easier. E to extrude, scale. So something like that. GY. And so it kind of looks like there's a flap. I might just go right there, up into there, Alt-M, merge at last. And so it's like that, GX. So you can see in there, but you don't see anything. So this is about 2 meters high. It's about 2 meters wide. I'd say that's a pretty good size. Let's probably put in some stakes. Cylinder, 6 pin. Kind of like so. Oops, scale. Let's go like this. Scale that. Scale on the Z. G. And we're just going to plop it like that. So it's in the ground. Because obviously most pegs are in the ground. Normally, obviously, you would have a tent with strings. But then if I do it like this, I don't need to worry about the strings. So let's go G. And we'll kind of make that at a bit of a different angle. Control L, Shift D on the X, rotate Z 180 degrees so that we've now copied all that. How's that looking? That's not looking too bad, so we kind of need some sort of bedroll maybe. Actually, maybe we should fix the top. So let's grab all this. Scale X. Oakley dokley. Okay, let's have a look. Was there a lot of cleanup required for the Breckle motion capture? It was pretty good. I think there was a few keyframes I had to delete. What I didn't, let's just open up the film. What needed to be done was, let me find my film. I'm pretty sure it's saved here. Bear with me. LCA, credits, final, export. I think it's this one. I'm sorry if you can hear it. Okay, so if I come to here, let me just turn this down. So this arm was in the wrong orientation. Like you can see that it's kind of a little bit back, but it was good. That was really good. And that was quickly because luckily enough, I was able to have a second laptop in the room and quickly just connect up 2 connects. What Breckle does is fantastic. I would love to be able to buy some of the Connect version 4, which is the Zoom cameras, but they're like $400 US, and I'm like, ugh. I think the next purchase I'm trying to save up for is an actual motion capture suit. So we'll see. If you stream your next time, please display key press on all the streams. Yes, I forgot to turn them on. But it wasn't too bad. So that data there was quite nice. If I come back to, I mean, you've probably seen the 10-minute thing, what I learnt. Is it okay to start? There is no wind. So like this bit here, that arm, if you kind of look at it, it's just all over the shop. And that was because this was when I was using Glycon. And obviously Glycon only does hands and head. So it was kind of like calculating what it does, where the body goes. Azure Connect is high quality. I know. But would it be higher than a motion capture suit? The motion capture suit that I'd love to get is the Perception Neutron. However, that's going to be about 3,000 Australian, because I'm going to have to pay for import tax because it's over $1,000. So that is no fun. What are your PC specs? Just amazing that you are streaming using Blender, Unity, Video Player, Chrome. So my system is a Ryzen 3900X. So obviously I got 12 wonderful cores. Performance. So yeah, where am I? So I got 12 cores, hyper-threaded out to 24, 32 gig of RAM. That's about it. The graphics card's pretty old now. It's a GTX 980. That is something I'd love to upgrade, but like I said, I think I definitely want to go for the motion capture helmet setup, because I think with that I can do a lot more damage. I mean, I can make more films. Loveline, you know what I mean. So I'm just kind of making some simple bedrolls in here. Let's maybe just start UV unwrapping this. So Control J to join. Let's select this. Smart UV project, Oakley dokley. Let's grab this and go into Summer Power. This can be a white color, so that's up there. These stakes, let's grab these. Control L, Smart UV project. It's going to grab everything, and that can be this color except for this stake. Control L, Smart UV project. U can be a dark brown. Okay, what's the difference between a Connect 2 versus Azure Connect? Oh, that's the other thing. So Azure Connect, you need Azure as well. So that's a whole nother cost on top of it. Would it make a big difference if you had Azure? Yes. So the quality is, I think, maybe like 2 to 3 times more. We accept on the next animation. Well, I accepted help on this animation more for sound design, but that was because I just had to get it all out. I will be bringing out another video next week, which I haven't done yet, all about saving external data. What do we call it? File, external data, automatically plaque into Blend. Oh my goodness, that was a horrendous thing, and I wish I'd never did it. I had so many problems with that, and it wasn't until, what did I do? I was doing something, and I realized that was the cause of all my stinking problems. Use Smart UV Project. I might, but yes, is the initial question. Let's maybe just make that yellow. Hide, and then we'll select these. Control LU. Smart UV Project. I think I might be. But we'll see how that all goes. So this can be white as well. And then if I go now into material mode. Whoops. Whoopsie doodle. Ah, that's why. Smart UV Project. Select all that. Scale. G. Ooh. Let's go these bedrolls in here. Control L. And this can be an off-white grey. Those pillows there need to change color. We'll change that later. I've got to add an extra texture into there. You're new to the channel, welcome. So this will be our tent. So we will call this SM_Vike_tent_A, just in case I want to make a second version of the tent. Let's go File, Export, FBX, and we will call this Vike tent_A export. Beautiful. And then that'll go across to Unity. So let's bump this probably over here. Let's create a second version of it. So I'm just going to go Shift D, right click to put it back in place, and Alt G to reset the location rotation. Oh, there we go. Let's come into here. Okie dokie. The color of my world is a weird color. Oh, where's my ground? I don't have a ground. Okay, let's just add a quick ground. G, put that in place like so. And we will make the ground, sure, that color, UV editing, scale, and we'll just put that on there. Just so we kind of got some reference there. Lovely. What do we got? Have you seen Breckle Open VR app? I have, but I forgot about it. I came across Glycon. I thought, I might as well try that. I mean, I've already got Breckle Pro Body 2, Breckle Pro Face 2, and I just thought I might try Glycon. It just tickled my fancy one day, and I went, meh, I'll take that. So, but yes, I have seen it. Let's select everything, Alt H, and then what we're going to do is kind of just like move this around, just so it's not the same. And you can have this bedroll down like that. And then what we'll do is we'll come into this section, grab this edge. Nope. Fine. E to extrude. Maybe like that. I don't want people going into this tent. We'll grab that middle face in there. Face. So people can see. And so now we've definitely got a difference between this tent and this tent, which is exactly what we wanted. So let's go Shift D. No, sorry. G. Rename this to B, and now I can go File, Export, FBX, and we will put this as B. Okay, and if we jump over to Unity, go into Models. Hold Shift and we can move forward. And then if we kind of go like this, let's rotate that around. Wow, where was that thing? Then we go into Materials, onto this, and onto this. Dang it. Okay, I got to UV unwrap that. Is that on the ground? And that's slightly sitting above ground. So something like that. And so now we're starting to build a bit of a shanty town. Let me just quickly fix up that problem because I didn't do that. Whoops. So these assets are for a game that we are making for VR. It is part of, it's going to be kind of like a party game pretty much, where you got, you know, a whole bunch of friends come around and we can play. So some people will be on, well, one person will be on VR and other people will be on controller. So we're still working out those details, the core mechanic, but it's very much just going to be kind of like a party game where, you know, lots of people can play at the same time. All right, so we've got that. We've got that. Let's make a well. And you know what? Let's try and, without emulating him, let's try a hello. This is Grant Abbott here from what is his from Abbott Media. He's got that the very British voice. I know it stuffed me up. Okay, Shift T. He's gonna kill me if he ever sees that. So let's now create a very simple rudimentary well. I mean, we could do it with, should we just do it with bricks? No, you know what, let's keep the theme of our wood, our buildings that we got. So we'll make it about 1 meter high, Shift Z 0.5, so it only scales along the Z axis. So that's 1 meter by 1 meter. Let's press N. Why are my screencast keys? My screencast keys are on. I have to do it all in modeling. You jerk. And then from here, I'm just going to do E to extrude, scale, and then Shift Z. So it only goes along the Z axis, like so. Cool. So that's a very simple thing there. What I'm going to do is, I really like these bricks. So I'm just going to Shift D, duplicate those bricks. And, whoops. P, separate by selection. Let's grab those bricks. G, move them over. And I will select that, Control J to join. Playing some Dota. Nice. I've only played that ever once when I was in a internet cafe in Sydney. I didn't have access to my own machine, so I went, well, I got an internet cafe, and I thought I might play it. Interesting game. I don't know how I feel about it though. Do I like it or don't I like it? All right, so we're like that, and so I'm just going to kind of put some bricks around the place, just kind of break up that monotony. I think maybe 1 meter might be a bit too high, so let's grab the inside there, GZ 0.3 on the minus. There we go. So that's a little bit lower. GZ. There we go. Come on. GZ. What have I done? Control L, Alt M. Merge by distance. Yeah, I had duplicate vertices. GZ. So we'll just move that down. And so you can see that how we're kind of like already breaking up the blandness, I guess, if you want to say. And I mean, I could even make like rotate 90. Oh, that's not really going to work, is it? Because then the well's not thick enough. Nah, I don't like that. Okay, I mean, we can still even put it on the inside as well. GZ. Let's grab this Smart UV project on that one, because I just want to be able to put that in the dark gray. And then what's going to happen is that's going to match these walls over here. So it kind of follows the same color scheme. And the reason why I've made it all on the one texture is, let's say we want to change the color scheme later on. All I have to do is just change that color palette, just that one image, and that'll affect everything. Shift D, rotate 45, 60 minus. There we go. Lovely jubblies. So this is a question. Would you guys rather nice. Would you guys rather a 30-minute short film but wait ages to see it? Or would you rather a 6 5-minute episodes? That's a question. I'm thinking, and this is the problem I'm facing with live streaming. That whole process is that for most people, well, I'm going to assume the core people such as yourselves. Thank you for supporting and coming by and saying hi. You guys will see a lot of the things. So will it be, will it be more impactful? It's not even a word, but sure, let's go with it. Will that be, when you actually watch it, we'll be like, oh, cool. It's a good film. Well, hopefully it turns out to be good. Or is it just going to be bland because you know everything that's happening? 6x5. Beautiful. Done. That's what I'm going for. So that's kind of like one of my concerns at the moment. But I mean, it would be an interesting process. And that's kind of like why I want to do it. I don't think there are too many people that have done it. Especially with, Blender's unfortunately saturated on YouTube, full of tutorials, this, that, and other. I like to think the only reason why I am where I am at the moment is because I've made the tutorials super short. It's not a 40-minute video on how to make a thing, how to make kind of like a leaf texture amongst like a massive project. It's like, do you want to know how to make a leaf texture? Bam, like this, 1 minute, get out. So I think that's why. But I don't see anyone kind of doing the live streams. Obviously, live streams are starting to take off a little bit more. This interaction, I'm loving this interaction. It's so much fun. What? I can't remember what I was saying. Anyway, so that's what I'm trying to do, is do more streams. I'm just enjoying it, the whole process. No, don't do that. I have no idea where I was going with that now. I don't know. Something about chicken. Let's just go with that. So this would be our inside of the well, I think. Let's leave it like that. Let's go SM_well_A. Just in case. Like that. Shift D, Alt G to bring that back. Hopefully that's still over there. Yep. This one will be our boy. All right. Another 10 to 15 minutes, and then let's write some sort of script. And this is the next thing is, so Markham 3D as a channel is monetized. Okay. But amongst all that, it will be, I'm going to be making this short film and putting it in. But now at the moment is, the schedule is Monday's Reallusion, Tuesdays are Blender add-ons, Thursdays is a tutorial, and Friday is meant to be Sunday night challenges, but that's not doing that anymore because, we got project now. So maybe Friday will be like highlight reels. But then it's going to be kind of like 4 videos a week, as well as live streams on Wednesdays and Sundays. And then the short film is going to be mixed. Well, the web series is going to be mixed in with all that. I don't know how well the YouTube algorithms are going to get angry at me. If you know what I'm saying. If you know what I'm saying, boys. Girls. If you're a girl, welcome. So that's, yeah. Because you got, like, I watch Corridor Crew all the time. I think that's an amazing channel. It's just good to see them doing stuff behind the scenes. But obviously they've got their main channel where they produce all their, schmick stuff. But yeah, will everything be lost? amongst that, if you know what I'm saying. Do you know what I'm saying? Kind of, let's grab it like that. Definitely this needs to go down. Let's grab these. Fine, 3, GZ, put that in there. And then I can select these, Control L. Oh, jeez! Scared the crud out of me. Oh, jeez. Alright, thanks for the follow. Those headphones were like... Let me just turn down my headphones. What? Oh, jeez. I might have to go to the toilet soon. No, I don't know. I've lost it now. What was I saying? Shift Echo. No, selected. Yeah, so will the... I don't know if I finished talking about that. Will the short film be lost? So what I'm making at the moment is a bucket, just in case somebody questions. Corridor Crew. Yes. It's amazing the stuff that they're doing. Once upon a time, many moons ago, even... Thank you, Madbox, for the follow. Many moons ago, we did have a YouTube channel, and this was back in the day of the start of YouTube. So we're going back 15, 16 years ago. What was it, dude at the front? You might not want to look at it, Harris. But we had like, I had like Bunterman, we had the Bosnian, we had parodies of Bunnings, we had like so many videos back then. But life changed and moved away to Canberra. So, but yeah, if it's always what could have happened, because we were pretty much in competition with. We weren't in competition. Well, nowhere near in competition with Smosh. We dreamed. But who knows where we would have been. Oh my goodness. E to extrude. Why? Once again, I've completely forgotten what I was saying. I got to add a blue texture to that. Is that protruding anywhere? It sure is. So let's go edge loop, edge loop. There we go. Delete vertices. Gee, that's actually looking quite nice. That's actually looking really nice. Sometimes I even surprise myself. So what do you think? What do you guys think about? Oh, so I was talking about this probably half an hour ago. The short film or the web series that I want to work on is all about humans and synths. So it's kind of the idea of robots as humans, kind of like, what was that film again? What were we talking about? Harrison Ford, Blade Runner, how they've got synths in that. I do like that concept, and the whole concept is that the synths speak with the American accent while the humans speak with like an Australian accent. Oh, and then you can have the American accent doing a terrible Australian accent. Oh my goodness, it's brilliant. Because you guys, Americans, if you're watching, I don't know, it's probably in the middle of the morning. You guys can't do it. The funny thing is, it's kind of like the Australian accent is so prevalent on movies. Is the panic getting... Oh my goodness, I can't buy toilet paper. I literally cannot buy toilet paper. It is madness over here. People are just... No. Settle down. But yes, it is very much madness. Let's go E2... No. Extrude. And then let's go V to rip. Oops. Delete vertice. But yes, it is madness, people. Oh my, whoops, select these two. GG. There we go. More human than human. Just, like even all the rice is gone, all the pasta's gone. I've got kids that only eat pasta. Well, they don't. They're not too bad. They will try foods every once in a while. GZ. No panicking. Bog rolls. What are bog rolls? What on earth is a bog roll? Because obviously the only thing I know about Canada, yeah, is maple syrup. Which, oh my goodness, that is actually really good. Especially the proper one. Come on, GZ. So what I'm doing at the moment is kind of just making a bit of a coil. Oh, dang it. Oops. EZ. You suck. F. No. F. That's like that there. Sorry, it's fixing up my mess. Alt M by distance. Cool, no duplicate vertices. Have you seen that short Uncanny Valley on? No, I haven't. Is there a chance you can send me the link on chat? And then I'll check it tonight after the stream. Okay, it's 11 o'clock. All right, a little bit more. I want to finish this well. It is well. It is well. Okay, let's grab. So we've got all this. I'm going to press O for proportional editing. GX. And then it's going to be kind of something like so. Oh, wait, no, that's really stupid, isn't it? Because then this bit would have to spin. Whatevs. I'm just going to grab this. Control L, Shift D on the X. Shift D on the X. Something like that. How am I going to hide this monstrosity? Like that. Okay, I know how to do that. So we grab this, we grab this, we grab this. Like so. GX comes in like that. And then this face here, 3, can extrude GZ. Oops. O. GZ up. This whole section, Control L, G, X, can move across to there. And then that way, I can now grab, let's go 3 and select these faces in here. Let's just go like this. If I do this and press F, I can select the edge here and go F, 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 and it closes around. F, 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 F. And there we go. So we kind of got this rope hanging over a bucket. A bucket hanging over a thing. Maple syrup. Because obviously you got the fake maple, which is very solid. Let's just say, to put it nicely. What do we got here? There's our water. There's our bucket. This bucket here. Control J to join. Select that. U Smart UV project. Get back over into here. And I believe I made that one metal there. Let's come back into modeling. And then so I've got to find a blue to put in there. But that looks quite nice. That's a nice well. The string's kind of stupid. Whatevs, I'm not too concerned about that. But compared to everything, GX, put that over there. So we kind of got a plain well. That maybe what I'll do is I'll just go GZ, bring that one down. Actually, you wouldn't need a bucket if it's too low. So let's bring that all the way down. So is this B? So let's go Control C, File, Export, FBX, Well A, File, export, FBX, and we'll change this to well B. Export, fill my bucket. Touch it. Touch it. From... dang it. Hang on, let me just go Alt G. Select the rope, that one, Control J. Does that mean now I got to UV unwrap this as well? Control U, Smart UV Project, UV Editing, select G. That can be white. Actually, you know what? That can be yellow. Oops. You can be a yellow rope, dark yellow. There we go. Control S, G, and then we'll check that in the UV thing. File, export, FBX, well B. Let's jump over to Unity. And I've lost it. There it is. Okay. Hold Shift. Then I thought I fixed that. Okay, I got to check that. Tent. Right click. Can I re-import? Or maybe I got to export it. Let's try that again. That one. File, export, FBX. That is tent B. Export, minimize, fixed. And there's well A, well B. Let's get our materials and throw it on there and throw it on there. That doesn't look too bad. Once the water texture's in there, that should look quite nice. But there we go. I mean, we're plopping along creating some water assets. Okay, what do we got? Okay. So slowly building this world. It is 5 past 11. 6 past 11. What should we do? Should we spend a little bit more time? We spent an hour so far creating a few assets. Oh, I do want to get this modular stuff going. I'm just trying to think. What should we do? Should we work on a script for the next short film, or should we make a few more assets? Am I able to do like stuff? No, I can't put in. What's those things where you put check marks and ticks and a poll? That's the word. A poll. I can't do a poll. So let me know. Should we keep making assets, or should we go work on a script of some sort and try and flesh something out? Yeah, okay. Okay, Shift S, Cursor World Origin. Now the other thing I want to do that I thought of is this. I'm going to grab this asset, Alt G. This asset is our Viking wall. Ooh, just create script, asset. You got 3 minutes. 3 minutes, people. So far, script is winning. Let's go. Face. Must involve small donkey and a large piece of cheese. But then I got to do animate something with 4 legs. And I don't do that, boy. Well, because I haven't tried. So let's unwrap that. I'm going to put, whoops, Control Z, G. I'm going to put that in there. Let's select the bottom face, U, unwrap, and that could come down here. This will be now called, you will now be called a piece of wood. File, oops, actually let's rename it over here. So SM_wall. Let's just call this wood A. Settle. And now we go File, Export, FBX. Hey, Mr. Ramper, thank you for the follow. We are going to do Export FBX and dump that. Whoa. Did I just overwrite something? Nope. Cool. And then what I can do now that I've got this single asset, if I come over into material, we can kind of make a giant pylon. Oh, stupid Unity making me Control V, Control C. That is ridiculous. We can kind of put it like this. And then we'll just grab this whole wall, Control C, Control V, bring that over. Let's rotate that 180 degrees. And there we go, kind of got this. Ugh, what is that? Yeah, that doesn't really work, does it? So let's grab these, Control C, Control V, and we'll plop that down. And then that way we can grab this. So I'm just playing with these assets just to see what we can do. Let's grab now everything. Oops. Nope. There we go. I'll move that over like so. So it's not too, oof, come on. Move it over a little bit. Let's move these two over a little bit. Just a smidgen. And then if we press play, oh, you're doing stuff. Okay, where are we? So that's not too bad. That looks kind of cool. Yeah, nice. Nice. Look at the grass. Yeah, that clump of grass looks quite nice. I think a few of them just scattered around the place. Like even this, I got a blade of grass over here. Kind of just breaks up the wall a bit. So that's not too bad. But I'll just run through the wall. But definitely need to make them modular tiles, because the plan is to kind of have some tiles to have, you know, like a camp, the other ones to have like farmland, rah, rah, rah. I will put in a swinging gate. I think that'll be kind of like one of the things is people will be able to close gates and close doors to trap people, because here's another door. Actually, there's one up here that I've also created. Anyway, get out. Okay, here we go, over here. So yeah, I'm trying to create those types of gates as well in between hedges. Looks like a goblin village. It does, doesn't it? Huh. I didn't think about that. Yes. Okay, script. Lol, still live. Sure am. Twisted Sisters. I think I'm going back to 2.79. I think I'm going to stay on 2.8. No script yet. Just write the story. I do have this, like, okay, script, story. Let's go revenge. You made it swing. Oh, swinging sign for the gate. That's clever. Humans keep out. Spicy. Have you ever used Unity Pro Builder? It's pretty useful if nothing else. Well, I mean, this has kind of like, if I do, I can't even press G, but if I hold it and press Control, it does snap. I just got the increments down quite small at the moment. The more infuriating thing about Unity is that with Unreal Engine, I can just hold Control, click and drag, and it duplicates it. Unity, Control C, Control V, and also it doesn't take into account the origins that I've actually brought across. So if I go, for instance, nope, epic. Let's see if my computer gets angry at me. Tough for the toot. I'll check it out a bit. I got to go make some game character hair in Blender. Oof, hair. Make sure your color palette is bright and vibrant for VR. Yes, definitely. I know that VR is a little bit darker. But that's a good thing about having the one image. I can just update that image and it goes up. All right, yeah, I'm just bringing up Unreal Engine. Oh, Satisfactory's updated. Yes. Download. Pause. Don't kill my stream. Satisfactory. Oh, that is good news. Who here plays Satisfactory? That is the best game. Twin motion. What's twin motion? Ooh, that's new. Anyway, back to library. Pelican escape room. Ooh, this is an old project I was working on. Let's not. Third person test. Panic. I'm just trying to open up something. Let's just open up the default project. Yeah, Unreal 4 is just the way to go. But it's interesting now, like with licensing though, because obviously I'm looking more into licensing, and Unity is a lot better with licensing. Unreal Engine, you know, it's just, you know, you can use it for free until you reach a certain amount, and then you got to pay. But Unity, yeah, you pay for the year and then they take like a small portion once you hit 100,000. If you're hitting 100,000, sure, that's no worries. Here you go. So let me just quickly open up and I'll show you some of the differences of why I prefer Unreal Engine over Unity. It's 1:15. We should probably write a story. Flush out a story. I've got an idea. I do have an idea. But let's just worry about this. Have you seen they bought Cubic Motion? Who? Unreal? What's Cubic Motion? What is this sorcery of which you speak? Cubic Motion. What? 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 What's this? What? Animation service. Yeah, but what do they do? Oh, okay. So anyway, we'll come back to that in a sec. So like with Unreal Engine, obviously with all these pieces, rather than going Control-C, Control-V, whoops, can't see the chat, hold Control and hold Control. Hold Control? Oh, it's Alt, sorry, Alt. Hold Alt, and then you can move it all around. And just, Unreal just looks prettier. The interface looks prettier. Everything just makes sense. None of this prefab business, coding and blueprints. Look at this. Look at this. I have no idea about coding, but I can open up this security blueprint and I can read the darn thing. No, let's start from the start. Okay. On component begin overlap. When something overlaps with it. Oh, what is it? Other actor. Is it the pawn? Yes, it is the pawn. Sick. Do stuff. It just makes freaking sense. Basically, a high-end facial motion capture like iPhone Face app. Huh. So that'll be interesting. That is really interesting. Hang on. But now this is the key thing with facial motion capture, is that the model needs to, the shape keys of the model need to match the motion capture data. Because if we go back into an older video of mine, if it doesn't match up, it sucks. So for instance, let's come over into here, YouTube share. I think some of the stuff. Oh, I got excited. I thought it was primitive. Okay, so if we go into video, motion cap, oop. Just showing as an example. So is it this one?
Hello, it's Mark.
Hey buddy, how you doing? Let me just.
Today I'm gonna be
Yeah, shush. Yep, cool. So for instance, the shape keys.
Hello, it's
oh, shut up.
Look, it's working right now. It's terraformed this whole area just for me. You
see, it doesn't. All the shape keys don't match up. There is. So from my memory, the iPhone was capturing 32 shape keys from the FaceCap app, while this face has 56. So it's like a really big difference. So if you go over into
look, it's working right now. It's terraformed this whole area just for me. You? No.
Whereas if we come over into, shut up, we jump over into, yeah, I'm going to open up Character Creator first, iClone second. We're using the whole Reallusion suite. You've actually got the character, which has the correct shape keys for the facial motion capture. I'll just set it up quickly. Live cap, live face. bring it up. Why have I got my headphones on? Like, I'm not even listening to it. Okay, so let this start up. Microsoft sound. Start it up. Whoa! Do, 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 do. And so this is where I got my characters from. Now I know, character creation is kind of like a beast of its own. Oh, jeez. I've been walking around like a numpty all day. Character creation itself is a beast. So let's say I were to spend 30 hours learning for character creation. Let's go this guy for once. Load. Let's say I were to spend 30 hours creating learning character creation, and then from there, every 10 hours, I'm able to produce character. Fat chance. Let me just quickly go. Let me reset his pose. Overall, just everything. Just give me the whole. There we go. Default. File. Actually, do I have iClone open? There we go. Back over to here. File. Export. Send to iClone. Come over to here. So yeah, if I spent 30 hours learning character creation, then I spent 10 hours making each individual character, that's like 40 hours. So technically, if I was paying myself $10 an hour, if I was paying, right click. If I was paying myself $10 an hour, that's $400. Where I paid character creator $300, and bam, like I've just been able to create. Chris, welcome. What was I doing? Oh, facial motion capture. So if I've got this chap selected, come down into here, motion live, turn that on. Is that the IP address of my phone? It is not. 192.168.0.7. Okay. Connect. This thing, live face, preview, spice. But you can see that what it's picturing. Oh, I can't turn on Y screen. It's a lot clearer. Hang on, let me set zero pose. There we go. So that's a little bit cleaner. Can't pick up the tongue. Also, not being clean shaven, that's a problem. So if you're doing facial motion capture, make sure. Yeah, that's why I'm getting funky results at the moment, because I got the beard. Make sure you're semi-clean shaven as well. So, but anyway, let's go back. Yeah, okay, get out of here. So this is the character that well, not this one, but I used character creator in the short film I created. So there we go. So far we've created, what do we create? The 2 tents, the 2 wells, created some walls, we collided some grass. But that's probably the next thing, is we will need to work on the tiles. Does it track your eyes? It does. Yes. I think once again, like, because of the beard, it's just taking it. It's just kind of like offset it all. The problem is when I was doing Glycan for the motion capture, I can't obviously wear a VR headset and do facial motion tracking because it's covered, So these. Yeah, that was a bit weird. That's why his eyes are kind of facing weird directions, because when I recorded it, I was looking in different things. But it's even kind of the whole muscles around the eyes it picks up as well. So what it'll do is it'll pick up the eyes, and then I don't even know audio's come through. It'll pick up the eyes and actually move all the shape keys around the eyes to that. So, yes. And that's why in this kind of this bit here, I kind of just wanted to hurry it up and move along. So rather than worrying about all the facial stuff, I kind of just went, show him the back, show him that he's looking out, done, wham bam, thank you ma'am. Oh, so there we go. So we've been on stream for about an hour and a half now. And this is what we've got. We're going to keep building this world. Wednesday, I say I'm hopefully definitely going to have a script ready. And then we can start working on that. So please help the channel and share the channel. Get other people to subscribe. If you want, check out the short film that I made in 10 days. You have to remember it was done in 10 days. I mean, there was a lot of good feedback from it, which I'm really surprised. I was expecting to get semi-blasted by everyone for it. But probably people who aren't part of the community won't know about it. What else? So we're going to keep working on this game as well. Let's actually, you know what, before we finish, let's just keep going a little bit more. And so we will change the terrain back to flat squares. And then what's your script covering? The short film. Are we doing a script now? Yeah, let's do a script. Go on. Script as in short film movie thing. I'm just going to open up the OneNote because we all love the OneNote. How do I close that? Game Jam. Oh, yeah, okay. Let's go. Right click. New film. So this is what the plan was for the new short film. Let me just save this and we'll work it out. So the whole premise around the initial short film was that you have stupid. You will have somebody wanting to buy a spaceship. So it's kind of like that whole car dealership thing. And he's going to be acting kind of like a bit dodgy. So the car, I'm just going to call him car. The car salesman comes and says, all right, we've got this ship for sale, which is kind of like the large transport ship. I'm not even going to type anything. Let's just talk. It's going to be kind of, let's buy the large transport ship. The guy will be kind of sus and say, no. That's too big for me. I transport smaller things. Oh, okay, no worries. So they go over to another spaceship. Spaceship's a lot smaller, but still, you know, it's not small enough. And it's kind of like that whole thing of like, no, you don't understand. What I transport is very delicate, and I need to be able to move fast, undetected. Goes down to probably like a smaller ship. Very clean, very sleek, like kind of like a Porsche type thing, a very expensive one. Once again, he goes, no, I don't want it standing out. I need something inconspicuous. Kind of like the whole time alluring to that it is not legit what he's transporting. And then the car dealership guy goes, right, well, I've got this one. This is a spaceship right here. Where is it? It's the kind of, the spaceship materializes and it's kind of like this really small spaceship. And then pretty much the car salesman goes, right, you know, this is perfect. I've got a few clients who smuggle spice, doing drug runs. And the buyer's like, no, whoa, what are you talking about? No. I just want to be able to transport cutesy pie. And some sort of like furry little creature comes out and he's like, oh, isn't that right? Oh, isn't it? Did that make any sense? So that was something that I was kind of thinking about creating. But I think it's like, that's a really short film, which is kind of good because I kind of want to produce something that's decent quality. But it's that whole premise of the expectation is this, but then that comes out from below, which is kind of what I want. I don't want, you know, the story to be, oh jeez. I don't want the story, you know, people would know what it is straight off the bat. So that's why I was kind of thinking something really stupendous. Stupendous? What do you guys think? The initial idea for the short film that I was going to do for Lights Camera Action was going to be kind of it was going to be The Sims. And so we all know what The Sims are. GZ, where it's kind of like on a gaming table, so like an RPG gaming table, and you know he's got to give his person tasks to do. And so actually I actually got renders of this. Hang on. These are quick renders I was doing. Hang on, let me find them. General. So I initially did some renders. Come on, butterfly. Oh, that's a giant butterfly. Oh, that was a good giant butterfly. There it is. So these are my initial renders that I was doing. So he's kind of standing above the gaming table, and this is the gaming table where the characters will be running around. Yes, and that's what I was thinking. So I have a question. I'm doing Blender, and how scared should I be? How scared should I be to the game engines? Scared? Are you talking about the like poly count wise? Poly count wise, you can be generous, but you don't have to be aggressive. If you're using Unreal Engine, that's got automatic level of detail, so you can actually get away with quite a bit. So this is one of the original renders that I did for that. So the buyer needs to be, yes, so the voice I was thinking of was kind of like a Jason Statham. You know what I mean? Like a little bit gruffy. Little bit gruffy. Is that gruffy? You know what I mean? Kinda. Little bit indecisive. Say the very butcher British guy. And then when he comes out, oh, Mr. Fluffy Pants. Oh yeah, yes. Just me and Mr. Fluffy. I'll take you away. We'll go back home. But yeah, with the game engine, no, you can be kind of pretty loose. But the whole theme of on 3 different conversations, the theme of lights, camera, action didn't really suit this type of scenario. So I might revisit this idea as well a little bit later. But I did want a sci-fi film just showing off a lot of sci-fi elements and so on and so forth, kind of grow from there. But that I like this idea. This idea is kind of like the gaming table. Kind of like a gaming table, and he's like, yeah, tell him go collect wood, go collect fire, chop it down, build a house, and then more people come in and join in, and then eventually, you know, somebody comes in and he gets the choice, no, go kill him. And then at that point, kind of the whole game stops, and everyone on the table kind of looks at him, and then they charge at him to go kill him, and probably do a leap, and then just cut the film there. So, but I was thinking of like 20, 30 people at that point on the table. I don't have time to animate 20, 30 people. But definitely, I do want to create another short film. So with this as well, I was talking to the programmer as well. In the middle of each of these levels, I'm going to have kind of like a random generated large asset. So that's why I can probably afford to lose these hills. And then, you know, if I want to create a barn, which a barn doesn't go with this, so it won't be a barn. But I mean, it could be a small fortress that sits in this area. No, the actual software, I haven't started using any game engine. Should I be scared? I'm new to it. Unreal Engine 4. If you can't program to save the life of you, like me, go Unreal Engine 4 all the way. Absolutely. That stuff is brilliant. I've already closed Unreal Engine 4, but I highly recommend to use that. It's like once you start using blueprints, it's like reading a book. You can work out what's happening. So definitely, probably, I was talking to my programmer, definitely we would do kind of like a volcanic quadrant, a beach quadrant, and then obviously we can hopefully set in rules that you can't have volcanic next to the beach. I mean, you can, but you can't have like volcanic and ice. That doesn't really work out well. Yeah, but you're a Unity person. Of course you're going to say it's not scary. Unity sucks! And I'm still standing by it sucks. Alright, I've done a lot of wafting. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, so I just got a wonderful email. So I supported a Kickstarter. Yes! Additionally, the item to be delivered will be 1 plus which will require shipping cost of $30. Freaking sick! So, sorry, I was got an awesome thing. So a while back, whoops, sorry for hitting the mic. I followed a Kickstarter, and for those of you who are interested in motion capture, bam! So what these guys are, let me go back into the campaign, is you can have your VR headset and then attach extra sensors. So if this works out, I don't need to buy a motion capture suit. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Sick. Oh, they've actually updated all this. So yeah, we can put sensors on our hips and our legs. So that means hopefully the quality will be a lot better. I don't even know which one I bought. Which one did I buy? I think I bought this one. I didn't bought this one. I bought this one. Contracts VR game kit. What is that? But yeah, so you can actually kind of like step and move around. That's cool. So yeah, hopefully I just got an email saying, hey, we're about to ship them. So freaking sick. And yeah, I think the software comes with motion capture data as well. Where is that? There it is. Where's the motion capture stuff? Yeah, anyway, I don't know. I have sensors like this for Steam VR. Is that for the let me just quickly, I'll put that in there. Is that the Vive? Yeah, I wish I had a Vive with all those 24 freaking sensors. That'd be sick. So I just put the link in there. Oh my goodness, I can't wait. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I just can't hide it. I know. I'm so pumped. How did they do? I'm just trying to find. They had a goal of 50 grand and they got 182. Sick. Okay. If it works, new GPU time. Correct. Because my GTX 980 is slowly getting slow. How much was this? I think I got this one. Oh, 120. So I spent 120 US, which was this one here, but it was 120 at the time. Please live stream. Heck yeah, let's do that. If it works, new GPU, correct. Not sure if we're motion capture data. This they did say that this will be set up for motion capture data, so you can use it with Glycan. If I use a Vive and I've got the sensors, I know that I can capture all the motion data on there as well. So if I kind of, for instance, Glycan. Nope, hang on. No. Glycan's over here. Do motion capture. So let me just turn on the Rift. I think it's on. Hopefully it is. Let me just move the green screen out of the way. Are you opening Glycan? There we go. Okay. It's coming. It's coming. I don't know. Hopefully you guys can see that. Is squatting. Recenter room. No. Live. Okay, so if I were to come up into here, tracker setup, and we can set up the Vive trackers here. So we can change the scale. So this was another thing as well, is that, you know, I can change arm length. So at the moment, kind of like here, my arm's already popping, but I've still got plenty of stretch. So it was all kind of like auto-calculate. Like, look, my hand's in front of me. Now it's in my chest, and now it's behind me. Yeah, so there was a few things that need to be worked out. I've already emailed them about kind of like my feet. Actually, let's sit down. That's a sit down? No, that's a sit down. That's a sit down. So for instance, I'm actually facing... Oops. No, recenter room. Recenter. So I can't recenter the room. So I actually got to... Yeah, so... Oops, sit down. Sit down. So for instance, kind of like what I'm looking at here, which I'm assuming you guys can see, is I'm actually in my chest, which is no good. So I've already spoken to... Not Clinton. I can't remember his name. To actually go about being able to move... Whoops, sorry. The origin point where my feet are, because my feet are actually this way, but my body's this way. So this was some of the problems I was having with the motion capture data. This is a cool feature, is I can press up, well, forward. There we go. Press left, right, down, point. So that's kind of cool. So I can kind of do some hand animation. I know that they're getting this ready for the Quest as well. Stop right now. And so that'll actually have finger tracking as well. But anyway, that is pretty curious. Oh. Let me just... My wonderful little homemade rack here for the Oculus. So just showing off some more technologies there. Let me just scroll down. Any other things? Okay. Can we still get this? I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure if you email the people, they might be able to help you out, work out what's going on. But yes, what's that? 20 or 12. Oh my goodness. What are we at? 28 people. Cool. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe. For those of you who are here, share the channel. Help me grow, please. I'm trying to hit 25,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We'll see if the new short films that we'll be working on works. What else? I don't know. That's about it. So Wednesday we'll start working on the animated short film. So stay tuned to that. So whatever right now is Sunday, almost midnight, and I'll be back on Wednesday, 10 p.m., which is 2 hours before. What else? If there's anything else you want to see, please leave a comment down below. I'm trying to think. There we go. All right. I'll leave you guys to it. Have a wonderful evening, and I'll talk to you guys in the